Alright, what's up everybody? It's your boy Akeen. Welcome to today's vlog. We are finally here in championship weeks for fantasy football, and I'm here to update you guys with some of the latest news on what you should do this week. Now for today, there's actually going to be two matchups, and I'm here to give you some quick advice for both of these two games. The first game is going to be at 4 o'clock between the Washington Redskins hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. Now if you're looking for a risk factor, a player that you want to go for a risk player, meaning that you hope that he can have a big game or at risk for a bust game, that will be Mark Sanchez, the quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he has a great profitable matchup against the Washington Redskins, who have given up the most fantasy points to the quarterback position. I think that Mark Sanchez is going to have a great game for you guys, a player that who could be at risk of a bust this week, but I still have to go with Mark Sanchez as a player that who's worth the risk this week if you're looking to win that championship. Now if you want to look at the running backs, LaShawn McCoy and Alfred Morris, those are automatic must starts this upcoming week. Now for the wide receivers, Jeremy Maclin is definitely a player that you should use. Jordan Matthews is still dealing with a little bit of a knee injury. Now he is probable for today's matchup and is pretty much going to be a last second decision for this particular matchup, and he does have a good favor matchup against that secondary for Washington Redskins, but I highly doubt you should play him. I actually recommend you guys not playing him because it's too much of a factor for your championship teams. For the Washington Redskins, I do not feel the defense nor any of the wide receivers for the Redskins in this matchup. I do recommend using the Philadelphia Eagle defense against Washington, even though RG3 is back at the quarterback position, but I don't really feel too much of usage for anything other than running back Alfred Morris for the Washington Redskins. Now the second matchup is between my San Francisco 49ers against the San Diego Chargers. San Diego is looking to fight their way through a playoff slot this upcoming season, and they're playing against a tough San Francisco defense. But as far as who you should use for fantasy wise, the only player that you should definitely use automatically is Antonio Gates, the tight end for the Chargers, only because he is one of the top tight ends in fantasy play and he is a must start. Now for quarterbacks, Philip Rivers and Colin Kaepernick. Philip Rivers is still dealing with somewhat of a back injury. I don't recommend you guys starting him this week. For Colin Kaepernick, he's having a down year, just over 3,000 yards passing, 16 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions to go along with the NFL most 49 sacks towards him. I'm not really feeling his play this season. Do not start Colin Kaepernick, and I recommend you guys not starting Philip Rivers. Now as far as the defenses, I do like San Diego's defense in this matchup. This is just like Mark Sanchez, is a risk factor, but I think this is going to be a well worth risk for the San Diego defense because Kaepernick has been struggling this season. Running back Frank Gore is questionable, coming from back from a concussion. Carlos Hyde, the backup running back, is dealing with an ankle injury. He will be out for this particular matchup. And plus, Melvin Ingram is finally showing that he's the player that the San Diego Chargers has been looking for the past two games. 9 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks. I do like Melvin Ingram's play over the course of the last 2 weeks. I think that you should go right ahead and start as a risk factor, big risk on the defensive side, the San Diego Chargers defense. It's more of a toss-up for the San Francisco 49ers defense, but I would highly recommend using San Diego's defense over the Niners in this particular matchup. Now, as far as the running back Frank Gore, I don't recommend you guys start him against San Diego. Colin Kaepernick, do not start. I'm not feeling anything from San Francisco, including the defense, for this particular matchup. Go right ahead and start Antonio Gates and the San Diego defense for this week's matchup. Now, the next time to catch you guys will actually be tonight, where I will talk about all the remaining position players for your championship week this upcoming Sunday. Thank you for watching this day's vlog. I'm your man Akeem McCall. Be easy.